What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Press Box. Oh, look, right on time. Welcome to another episode of the Press Box. I'm here with one half of the CTE Mafia, my co-host Bamba, just entered the building. We joined here with G Baby, Random, Riddell, Trent, and Lonnie, and special guest joining the show today is Jalen Collins, obviously NFL vet, and most of you know him as well on the Raw Room. Make sure I definitely check that out. That is tagged right in this time, and I write in the title. Jalen, welcome to the show, my brother. Welcome to the show.
I appreciate y'all for having me, eh?
Yeah, no doubt. So, fellas, let's jump right into it. We already here. Free agency is in a frenzy. Let's just get to Kirk Cousins right now. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's do it. Let's not waste no time. Jalen, as a former Atlanta Falcon yourself, what are your thoughts about Kirk Cousins getting this bag over in Atlanta? And honestly, too, does this make you want to call your agent and be like, yo, what's going on?
Nah, bro. The money is out there, and for Kirk to keep getting the bag, bro. I mean, shit, I can't help but be happy for bro. Because I mean, shit, if they gonna give it to you, go get it, bro. Like for real. And then, like, you know, being an Atlanta guy, I mean, I'm not really upset with the choice to go with Kirk as the quarterback because we've been having a real go of it for a little while, bro. Like, ain't had a whole lot of success since Matt got up out of there. Right. So I mean, it's a step up from what we had last year. So I mean, shit, we got some pieces. I feel like, you know, with the draft coming up, you know, they add on to Bijan and the tight end. I'm blanking on the name right now. Pitts. You know, adding on to the offense and, you know, stepping up the defense, hopefully. And then shit, seeing what they could do, bro. I mean, I like it.
I feel you, fellas. What y'all thoughts? Chime in.
Cause so I just want to ask you, because Kirk, like you said, go get your money. If they gonna give it to you, go get your money. Facts. But do you feel Kirk is good enough to get you over that hump? Because if this, because like I said before, he just came off a torn Achilles. He's 36. I know they structured to money to front load it so they can pay the other guys later. But if he don't get y'all over the hump this year and maybe next year, y'all gonna be in the same boat.
Yeah, I mean, look, bro, y'all know it's a tough world out there for the quarterbacks, and it's only a few of them that's really up in that upper echelon can go out there and get it, and then everybody know that we all looking at Pat Mahomes over anything. Like it's all depending off what he gonna do. But I mean, I feel like Kirk was cooking last year. I feel like he was, you know, putting on a good show till he got hurt. So I mean, I don't doubt he could do it. He just needed the right atmosphere for real. So I feel like this team might be a better look for him. What's good?
Jalen, so I was in here. I wasn't in here, but I was in here. I heard you say something about success. You know, you guys have had success in a while. Well, I don't know if you've seen Kirk play, but he ain't had much success neither. Getting it done when it matters.
Hey, look, I want to
just a guy. You know,
I want to see Atlanta do good, bro. I know he's just been a guy, but shit, he got a playoff win. He got more than bro that's been there. So shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I won.
And you can't complain. A lot of playoff losses, though.
You can't complain.
No, you can't. Go ahead, Randall.
I think my biggest thing is, you know, Atlanta. The culture around Atlanta is what I'm thinking. How you think Kirk Cousins gonna come in and vibe right in there? Obviously, it's worked before with a guy like Matt Ryan, made it work, but with him and whatever little sauce he was bringing with him from Minnesota when they kept giving him all them chains, how do you see him vibing into the city of Atlanta and the culture itself?
As long as he, you know what I'm saying, playing decent and like giving the team a chance, the city gonna rock with him. If he winning, the city gonna rock with him. Like the city is, you know what I'm saying, if you out there producing, putting a good product on the field or the court, or, you know what I'm saying, as an artist or whatever it is, the city is not, it's not, you know, opposed to new people coming in and putting on, but like, you got to put on. So if he doing his thing, shit, he gonna get some love.
So you tell me when he pull up with a minivan to the Atlanta Falcons
Hey,
stadium?
I'm telling you right now, he could pull up in one of them Target button down, flat as hell, khaki pants, like whatever you want, bro. The city going.
So Jalen,
they might get him a new shirt, but you know,
keep it real, Jalen. Kurt for 180 or Russell?
Oh damn! I think
we lost.
he
was capping, and then he. Okay.
First of all. Wait a minute. Let me say this. Yeah, Riddell is the residential coon. But here's my thing, though. Kirk Cousins.
What?
Would you take Kirk Cousins for 180 or Russell Wilson for 2 pieces of chicken like he signed over there in Pittsburgh? Let's be real.
Nah, they would have never took Russell, bro. It wouldn't have never happened.
Why
Not in Atlanta, bro.
I told you.
Billy Montana.
No, you're right. You're not going over there, bro.
That's facts though. You think Russell Wilson?
If the culture crash is crazy, man.
Really, what I'm tripping off with them though. Really, what I'm tripping off with the Falcons for real. I don't know if that was a year or two ago. I think it was a year ago. Lamar Jackson was on the market.
That's why I'm tripping off them.
Atlanta literally said no. N-O. Bugs Bunny mean no. They said no.
They said we're riding with Desmond.
For a year later and a torn Achilles later.
Oh God.
To get Kirk Cousins for basically 20 million. They did say 20 million. I ain't gonna lie. They say the dub.
Yeah. They say the dub.
Yeah, we gonna look at the bright side. They say the dub. You feel me? But it's like, damn.
Hey,
you had a chance to get Lamar, no torn ACL, substantially, arguably close to 10 years younger. Close. Yeah. He's 27. Kirk's 35.
Right.
10 years younger. But you said, nah, I'm straight.
But can we be honest?
I'm glad he got his money. Get your money. If it's a fool out there,
yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. As long as there's a fool out there, you might as well should have Arthur Blank for a Social Security number.
The last running black quarterback they had with braids went to jail for 2 years. So they might be traumatized when it comes to type quarterbacks, man. They might want something different right now.
That was 15 years ago.
Hey, look, we don't make the decisions. Like we would all like to see, you know what I'm saying, that type of quarterback, a Justin Fields, you know what I'm saying, Deshaun Watson. Like we would have loved to see that for the city because everybody, like that's what we feel like the team needs. So we want that, but it don't matter what we want. We don't make the decisions, and we don't never know. Like when they make the decision, we be like, bro, why would they do that? But
Go ahead, Riddell.
So I feel like we need to switch our mindsets a little bit when it comes to Kirk Cousins on the head.
Talk to me.
Talk to us. Come on, Riddell. Talk to us.
Y'all acting like Kirk has to come and carry this team. Well, let's be honest. The Falcons were nice last year. It's just Desmond Ridder was terrible. So with the Falcons coming this year with the great weapons we all know they have, with the really good defense we know they have, and they're going to add a pass rusher in the draft. This is a really good roster, and we've seen teams that had that really good roster, just needed that quarterback, be very successful. You don't see this NFC right now, that the Falcons with a legit quarterback can't be successful? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
So
what do you define as successful? Well, name the team that was a quarterback away from a Super Bowl in the last 10 years.
The Tampa Bay Bucks, the Los Angeles Rams.
The Bucks.
Okay. So is Kirk Cousins Stratford or Brady? What you saying to me, Randy?
Hey, San Fran, fuck.
San Fran
had a quarterback, Brock Purdy.
Well, San Fran got baby Brady.
And also,
if you know, you know.
But their team has been like that for how long? Like since Shan been there. They just been a quarterback away. So And they keep coming up short, but still, like, they ain't had the top-rated quarterback. He been in there somewhere. He a good quarterback, but, like, you know what I'm saying? They getting there. It's really the team around him.
Right. No, that's a fact. Go ahead, Lonnie, you got a question? Go ahead, bro.
So my thing with Kirk, because I do like Kirk, but he is coming off a torn Achilles, and like we're just projecting for the season because we all know that division ain't it, but it's still
it's wide open. Yeah.
But so I don't think he's gonna start the first few weeks at least because it takes like probably a year. Even if he does start, he's gonna be rusty. So one, I feel like they're gonna be fighting for the playoffs. My main positive is that Drake London's gonna finally have a quarterback to throw him the ball. I'm thinking at least 1,300 yards, 7-8 TDs. But if he starts off with a rough start, and like they start off, like say he misses the first 5-6 games, and they start off like 2-4, 2-6, and then he comes back and he's still rusty, working himself back up, and they only start really getting the groove, then that first year is wasted, and then you really have that second year where he's gonna be 37. And then next year's 38. And so it's like, I feel like, I don't like the projection for next year because
I guess you could look at it, but if you really like looking into the projections, then I mean, it can make you feel like that. But shit, we didn't see like quarterbacks play until day 40 now. Like guys are playing so much longer, and you really don't know what kind of season he gonna have. Like it might take him a little longer, but he only need to win, you know what I'm saying, in the second half of the season. If he win out in the second half of the season, that's all that matters. It don't matter what happened in the first half. If they got a shot.
Right.
Well, y'all gotta understand these. Tom Brady is one guy. Why don't you let everybody play so forward?
He didn't tear his Achilles before he went to the Bucs. That's the thing.
I don't think Kirk gonna be ready by a year. I mean, I don't think Kirk gonna be ready by the beginning of the season.
No, I think he'll be. I think he'll be ready by week 1 or 2. I'll be honest.
He'll be ready earlier.
7 weeks. Oh yeah.
I think he'll be ready. Go ahead.
That's why I'm thinking. I think Atlanta have a big jump because I think he's gonna be ready by year 1. And me personally, anything is better than Desmond Ridder. So therefore, the division is wide ass open.
Yeah, but Trent, that's not saying much. You're better than Desmond Ridder. But let me just say, let me say something though. Nah, he's not good. I ain't gonna lie. He's really not good. It's just really hard. I hate to be that person, but he really isn't that great at all. Like Desmond Ridder, like I thought he may have had some potential, but it ain't gonna work because you had too many resources for it to work and it didn't work. But here's my whole thing about this Kirk Cousins situation. And I'm feeling away, y'all. Maybe it's post Black History Month, so maybe I'm in my bag right now. Yeah. But here's my whole situation. I'm happy, Bam, you brought it up. One, watching the Atlanta Falcons guarantee Kirk Cousins $100 million and $180 million contract, and didn't bat an eye at Lamar Jackson. That to me makes me almost want to vomit.
But do we really think they was going to let that man out of Baltimore?
But it's my point. It's not even that.
For the right shot.
I think for the right price, because this is my whole thing. For example, Jalen, if you just said it said that if you could go get your money, go get it. And in the sake of in the fact of Kirk Cousins, his heart probably was still in Minnesota. But what really show you your value more than anything? If you really value me, how much bread is you throwing at me? And they threw $180 million. The fact that the Falcons didn't even throw an offer at him, that's what my whole gripe is. Nobody threw an offer. Nobody at least wanted to see if the Ravens was bluffing. Nobody. And so that's why I'm like, that's so crazy. That's so crazy to me. And then I'm going to be real with you as well. The reason why my heart is aching is because there's apparently no market for Justin Fields, or maybe the Bears are telling us something that we don't know. There's no market for Justin Fields, but the Minnesota Vikings were willing to give Sam Darnold a $10 million contract to be the bridge in Minnesota, and Sam Darnold is given opportunity to stink in New York. Got the opportunity to play 3 or 4 good games in Carolina, then stink all over again. Then got to sit behind Brock Purdy and got an opportunity to be a starter all over again. And we can't give Justin Fields not even a chance to have some sort of, I guess, stability around him. Just some level of stability. He can't have that. So I just don't understand from your, and I'm only asking you, Jalen, because you in locker rooms, you see Is it a gripe with dual threat quarterbacks? Like, is the athletic quarterback just not to people's fancy? And I got to use athletic quarterback because I don't want to, have those conversations. I look at somebody, Justin Fields is in the record books for rushing ability at the quarterback position, and nobody wants to mold that. There's nobody willing to go in to try to do some coaching. Nobody. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Your man got something? Go ahead, real quick.
I'm gonna add on to the Justin Fields thing after that.
Okay. Well, I say this because I feel the same way as you do. It kind of blow my mind, but then at the same time, like I said earlier, look at the people that's really not the GMs and shit. Look at the people that's really making the decisions, and that's there's your answer, bro. We think a different way. Football works a different way for them. They gonna make their money a different way. We not going. To me, it seems like we're not gonna try something new. We just gonna keep making the for sure money.
Right.
Type shit. We're not gonna take a chance. We gonna play it safe.
Right. Go ahead, Randall. Go ahead,
Bama.
I was about to say Jalen brought up a good point earlier though in the shit. I think the Bears not telling us the truth. I think when it boiled down to it, they throw that shit out there we trying to come up off of Justin Fields. We want to break away from him. But when them teams actually call what they request for him, you see what I'm saying? And I feel like that's why people will be like, oh, yeah, nah, bro, I'm not finna give away my whole franchise for Justin Fields. So it's that's what really made me think the Bears really don't want to move up off of him because they starting to hear the talks because, like I said, that O-line, trash. Receivers, y'all saw how they was dropping passes. You could be like, oh, he hold the ball too long, he go in the wrong reads. But when he does choose the right reads, they either drop the ball, run the wrong route. It's just horrible space. There's so much that going with the bad news Bears to where you just can be like, it ain't all on Justin. Yes, does he have to weather the storm based off of where the game is going with quarterbacks and how they pay him and all that? Yeah, he gonna have to figure out which he was towards the tail end. Might not have been no elite level, but it was good enough for me, especially with the pressures they put on black quarterbacks. It was good enough for me what he started to do once he was starting to able to see defenses, read defenses, all that. Get him an offensive coordinator over there. Get him a few offensive linemen. Get him a legit receiver. Ain't nobody saying go get Tyreek Hill or something, but get him somebody decent that can consistently catch the ball with a little motor left in their tank. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes me think, bro, they probably starting to realize, bro, instead of just to keep going with Caleb is good, but again, that's still unproven because it's you can get the for sure thing all you want, but you don't know, this, Jalen. You don't know what nobody gonna do to the NFL until they get there and put them shoes on and go out there and play on Sunday. So at the end of the day, Justin showed you he had some type of promise. That's what made me think when them people start calling about Justin, especially with the Falcons, the fact that they paid Kirk Cousins $180K, I know they would have signed Justin Fields for that. He coming off a rookie deal. He'll be a fool not to sign something similar to that. So that's what made me think that the Bears is asking for way much more than
they only do $2 million this year.
They telling us oh, we ready to get up off of him and go get Caleb. That don't make no sense because like I know, Jalen, if they ready to get rid of you in the NFL, your ass gone.
No, your ass gonna be up out of there quicker than you can
gone. So,
Bama, can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Can I ask you something, Bama?
Go ahead.
You said they didn't give him a premier receiver. Did they not do that with DJ Moore?
No, I feel DJ Moore, but I don't know, bro.
Wait, what?
This thing with me and some of these receivers. I mean, some of these quarterbacks, right? Some of them shorter receivers and them route running receivers and stuff like that, like DJ Moore, that take a different type of quarterback. Some dudes need them big 6'4", 6'5" targets, bro, just to be able to throw it up. Them little jump balls, them little 50-50s. How he was kind of force feeding Komet, bro. He need a receiver for that instead of a slow ass tight end, bro. He need a athletic big receiver on the outside, like Drake London and Kyle. Oh my gosh, bro, that just would have been so a match made in heaven for Justin Fields, bro. That's what I'm saying. He needs.
I'm not gonna get too tired of it, bro. So y'all can.
No, all I want to say is, but the thing is, my question is this: none of y'all really answer my question, Trent. None of y'all. And Trent, you, I'm not gonna really direct this at you because you've been off, bro, since his 8-game finish 2 years ago. But my whole thing is this: some of y'all up here I have more faith and willing to allow a guy like Trevor Lawrence, who played 8 good games of his career, y'all allow him the opportunity to grow and develop. But he's been mid. He was mid at best this year. He was average at best this year. He was not a top tier quarterback. But you guys up here and you people in this chat will talk to me about giving him opportunities to develop and get better. And he has stability with a coach like Doug Peterson, somebody who has been a leader and gone somewhere. So that's just my question. Y'all will allow certain quarterbacks who y'all believe have potential to develop, but y'all can't let Justin Fields get a chance to develop. That's all I'll be saying. Y'all told me one guy was a generational level talent, and he has had Doug Peterson for 2 years. I've seen a walking carousel go through with Justin Fields, and y'all telling me he's just garbage. Y'all are the same people that tell me Zach Wilson needed a better foundation, but nobody can give that same grace to Justin Fields, and that's the only thing for me that is my issue. I think Justin Fields has his issues and flaws, but to sit here and say he has had no foundation and nobody wants to give him a shot.
Who said that about Zach Wilson?
Yeah, I was about to say. Who said that about Zach?
Actually, you want me to say it?
Please.
Joe Moran of Pick a Side podcast.
He's delusional.
You can click this up and we can put it out there for a Pick a Side podcast. He came at Justin Fields and said Sam Darnold was a better quarterback than Justin Fields. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Not only that, he come out here and said Zach Wilson should, in the right situation, can still go somewhere and flourish with all the things we've seen out of him.
Yeah, J-Rob,
we're still living off the Chiefs game. All I'm asking is for some coaching. That's all I'm asking for, y'all, is just some coaching, bro.
Hey, and J-Rob, I'm with you because, you said the generational talent. That was me. I was definitely the leader of that T-Law generational talent. But I also said, Justin Fields, your situation ain't been great. I want him to go to Atlanta. I think, my God, the Falcons will be contenders for years to come if Justin Fields goes over there. But I kind of want to also address, because we was talking about Arthur Smith choosing to pay Kirk and not going after Lamar. You want me to quote exactly what Arthur Blank said on why he didn't go for Lamar? And I quote, looking at it objectively, there is some concern about whether or not he can play his style of game for ... How long can that last? Hopefully a long time, ... But he missed 5-6 games each of the last 2 years. But you put $100 million in year one to Kirk Cousins off a torn Achilles. That to me tells me you never really wanted Lamar in the first place.
Never.
You never wanted Lamar in the first place because you put $100 million to a 36-year-old off a torn Achilles.
Hold on.
Riddell, I know you're a Kirk guy.
No, he's Riddell, right, though.
Look at it logically, Riddell. Logically.
Come on,
I don't care what the quarterback is. You say you don't want to take quarterback A, who we can all agree clears. You don't want to take quarterback A because of injury history, but you take a worse quarterback coming off of a really bad injury at a really old age for $100 million guaranteed in year one. Like, it's a $50 million signing bonus. I'm sorry, $90 million guaranteed in year one. 50-year signing bonus, and 40 of that meal is guaranteed in year one.
What?
Like logic?
Wait, come out. He's getting $90 million in year one?
Yes, J-Rob, $50 million.
It's really not that bad.
His contract is front loaded as hell. He got
it's front loaded so they can pay the young stars later on.
It's not
$50 million signing bonus. $50 million signing bonus in one. But you didn't want to go after Lamar. But you didn't want to go after Lamar. Who? Let's be real. Let's be real. Lamar gives you
messy money, man. That's
that messy money. Lamar gives you
he's making
literally exponentially a higher chance year 1, year 5, year 10. Lamar Jackson gives you a exponentially higher chance of being what you think Kirk Cousins is going to get you to, which is Super Bowl contender. This roster, they believe this roster is good enough to compete for a Super Bowl. That's why in their minds they signed to Kirk Cousins. But $90 million year one, you can front load all you want so you can pay the rest. Lamar Jackson, you could have did that.
It's killing him.
You could have did that with Lamar Jackson.
It's killing him to the fake. He's dying right now.
It's not killing me. My thing is, if it comes down to Lamar and Kirk, Lamar's obviously better. Like obviously, that's not even I'm not even gonna question it. My thing is, like, in that last year in the offseason, they still felt like, okay, I don't want to max Lamar in this situation and give him like a super max. Maybe Desmond Ridder could be something. They were dumb. It was a dumb philosophy. I'm not defending it. It was a dumb philosophy, but that's probably what they were thinking. And also, let's when it comes to the injury concerns, yes, Lamar has more injury concerns. Yes, Kirk had the recent Achilles tear, but before this, he was healthy. He's always healthy. He's a straight Iron Man. He always played when he had to play. So I see what you're saying. I think it's not a complete one-to-one. I think this situation is different. They realize, one, we have an amazing roster, and two, we were stupid thinking that Desmond Ridder can lead our team. And then once they realize this, we need a quarterback desperately. Like if Lamar was available now, they would 100%.
I still don't think they would do it.
No, I think
I don't know. I still don't
do it either.
No, I don't think they would do it either because of what he said. Because let's be real, even with what you're saying, oh, maybe
hold on, random. I'm out of smooth topics.
Okay.
Yeah, even in what they're saying, we're like, maybe Desmond Ridder could be something. He was never going to reach Lamar. His ceiling was never going to reach Lamar. So if you didn't pull the trigger, then I have no confidence they would have pulled the trigger.
Hey man, but let's switch gears here. I mean, obviously, Kirk Cousins. Shout out for you for getting that bag, man, and shout out to your agent. Actually, your agent is really he's the real hero. Put his jersey in the rafters. I hope you sending him cases of wine, Christmas cards, everything, great gifts. I'm sending him everything, brother. Everything, whatever he wants.
Straight to KOD, boy. Let him go straight.
That he wore when he
whatever he want, he got. And Kirk Cousins is great getting your money. Shout out to Kirk for being an Iron Man. You know, even Dak Prescott's an Iron Man in this league. So, you know, shout out to them one playoff win guys, man. But with that being said, let's move on. Let's switch gears. Jalen, we see the shirt. We see the jersey, LSU. You are an LSU guy yourself.
Yes,
we know you have a little bias. But I really want to pick your brain.
Indeed.
Jayden Daniels, absolute superstar this year. Yeah. Shout out to my guy and alumni mate as well, Dan Orlovsky. Shout out to the UConn Huskies. He said Jayden Daniels is the #1 quarterback in this year's draft. Do you believe Jayden Daniels is truly the #1 guy? And what were your thoughts watching him this year at LSU?
Jayden, we don't lie now.
You said what?
We family. Don't lie now, Jalen.
I'm definitely not finna lie.
Yeah, let me hear.
But so for me personally, I mean, I ain't watched a whole lot of the other quarterbacks. I see, you know, people talking all this stuff. I watched a lot of Jayden over the past 2 years. I've seen a lot of development in his game from when he first got there. Great passer, great runner. I mean, we know Heisman, all this stuff. I feel like me personally, he would be the best quarterback in my eyes, just off of, you know, production last year. Everybody might not feel the same, but that's what speaks for me, production on the field. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to talk about the quarterbacks coming up in the draft that, you know, nobody really heard about all year. You know, we talk about them because they're a senior. They might have played good for their school, whatever this and that. But that don't really ever go over well for me. Some guys, you know, Pat Mahomes, guys like this here and there, they might have success. Damn, what's a bro name in the Bills? I'm forgetting bro name.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't necessarily hear a whole lot about him, but he coming out and having success. So it's like, it happens, but it don't happen enough for me to, you know, to believe in those other guys like that. So that's just how I feel.
I like it. Go ahead, Riddell. And then Random, I know you had a question. You go after.
Since we're staying on the LSU train, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I am super high on Malik Nabers. I do think he's the second best receiver in the out of all the receivers. It's a loaded receiver class. We know this. I got him above Roman Duze. How good do you think Malik Nabers can be? Like, could he possibly, at the very least for his rookie year, be the best rookie the first
best
year?
rookie receiver? I feel like that's a very good possibility if you get with a, you know what I'm saying, a good quarterback that could, you know what I'm saying, put the ball in spots so he can go get it. What you mean?
Because I don't think he will get his draft pick alone. Where would he go where it'd be a good quarterback situation?
Number 10 to the Jets.
No.
Oh God! I hate DJ Rob.
I'll be in New York City. Going crazy, Malik.
And Garrett Wilson will look that boy in the eye and go, I've been through hell over here. Now that we finally got a quarterback who's gonna play for us, you're gonna sit to the side, my boy, and let me catch some of these passes.
Nah, he's going on a presidential campaign.
Or you can go to the Bears. You know, after they get Caleb Williams, they get Nabers, number 9.
Where would you ideally want to see him though? Because he's probably going to be a top 10, top 12 pick. Where would you want to see him go?
I mean, see, I don't necessarily like play too much into the draft just because I know like if a team need this and they high up, they'll fuck around and I think they're gonna pick bruh and they'll fuck around and pick like a defensive tackle, like some crazy. So it's like I don't play too much into the draft and the whole, the whole I guess the mock drafts and stuff like that. But I mean, shit, a team that maybe like a team like Atlanta, they need another receiver. That's not gonna happen. Obviously, they got a lot of star power over there on the offensive side. But I mean, shit, a team that need a receiver. I don't really care about the other teams for real. But
hold on, y'all. Let me answer before you go random and then Lonnie. We got a super chat. We got to answer it now. Shout out to JJTV with the super chat. Jalen gang, what was it like lining up against OBJ every day? By the way, last time the Ravens won a Super Bowl, it was in New Orleans. If this shit happen again next year, the NFL rig, bro, can't tell me shit.
That was when half the stadium went off, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, he couldn't beat them allegations that day. I'm not gonna.
But to answer your question, bro, it was a fucking headache. I mean, as you could fucking imagine, like what nigga not stressed out when they line up against a nigga that's one of the quickest niggas on the team, one of the fastest niggas on the team, crazy catch radius, like, and they was doing freaky. Like when I got there to LSU, I was just learning fucking football. I ain't had no coach coming out of high school. I was just athletic and shit. Them motherfuckers was already a step ahead of the game out there. So that shit was.
Man, how about this? Better route runner, him or Landry?
Jarvis. Back then, yeah, Jarvis. Okay. They was both really close, but Jarvis was. I mean, shit. He didn't have. Yeah, he didn't have the gifts that Odell had physically. He wasn't like a speed. Crazy. He was like explosive, quick, but it was just like short.
So Jalen, I love that you said that. So are you on record as saying that most guys who don't have the athleticism, the jumping, the speed, most of them are great route runners, right? The guys that are productive, the Reggie Waynes, the Anquan Boldens in the NFL. You would say that, right?
Usually it works out like that, yeah. Usually they end up being route runners, but some of them might have some, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead,
That's crazy. We'll still keep it with LSU. Obviously with the NCAA changing the NIL, but then also one thing is the SEC itself with Oklahoma and Texas getting ready to come in there. How do you expect them to adjust to the new SEC life, the schedule? It's different. Like anybody can tell you that when LSU and Alabama meet up, it's different. But how do you expect? How are you thinking about what they're bringing in, the history, whatever, all that coming in to see? How do you expect LSU to handle that, and how do you expect them to kind of adjust to the SEC itself?
Well, yeah, the NIL is definitely the whole new landscape of the NCAA football. It's crazy. It's already changed in SEC, and then the new teams. I don't necessarily like it, but when I was in school, they added Texas A&M and Mizzou. And they was little brother to us, little cousin for real. So I mean, I don't really expect it to be a whole lot different for Oklahoma and Texas. But then at the same time, with Texas was beating Alabama, and of course Oklahoma they've been pretty good for a little minute. So it's like they could mess around and have success with the way that the schools and shit is changing. It's really weird. It kind of fucked me up to think about it for real. But I don't want to see them coming in and like taking over the SEC and shit like that for real. But the NIL, like I want the kids to get their money, but I feel like it's in a way it's like tampering with the essence of what everything's supposed to be and what college is supposed to be for. Like, yes, when I was in school, the big thing was like, damn, we want to, like, y'all just getting all this money. We got to go to class. We got to do all this bullshit. We got to go around campus. Like, no money in my bank account. Like, I can't go hang out. I got like, I'm hurting.
I'm broke as hell. I'm broke.
I'm hurting.
Yeah,
now they out here just kind of like, it's whatever. They can go wherever, do whatever. They got money. They like, it seemed like it's taken away from like the respect and the care that goes into what football is supposed to be. But
quick follow-up question then, Jalen. Would you agree with how the government's now thinking about regulating NIL?
Bro, see, they doing a whole lot, and it's just like it's damn near not gonna be football no more for real. It's just gonna be business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, one of the things that I'm sorry, J. Rob, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that. Well, this is the NCAA's fault though. Like, and the reality of it is, now that the government wants to regulate it, and I was just gonna say, like, I understand what you're saying about it. Take away from the essence of the game, but to me, the only person to blame for all of this is the NCAA because they had 100%. All the opportunity in the world 100%. To nip a lot of this in the bud. And and those who argue you're giving an 18, 19, 20-year-old kid tens of millions of dollars. Well, why didn't the NCAA put in a clause that maybe trust funds the money that they make so that when they graduate or they get their degree, maybe they get their money back? They make a percentage of it while they're in school, and then they get the back end when they graduate or when they're done playing. Because, if they're eligible to go to the league and become a professional, they get it when they leave. But there were so many options to try to regulate it now that they feel like they're stuck in this wildfire with NIL. So, Nick Saban said he left because they only care about the money. How do you think that they'll be able to find some sort of middle ground, or is this going to just be a track meet of which school is pouring in the most money? Because I see now that college teams are hiring like general managers, like to feel like a general manager like role.
I feel like it's really gotten messy. And like to your point, like the NCAA is the main factor here, like which created all of this because they didn't want to give us the money. They weren't sure how to make us like, an asset that they had to pay, put on payroll, I guess, but like try to keep us as amateurs and whatever. Like they fucked it off because they didn't want to do anything. And then they was like, you know what? It's in our hands, but we don't want to do anything with it. And we don't want to give them our money, so we just gonna let y'all just passed it off to nobody and anybody and everybody that says like, okay, well, we got this NIL, can write up a contract and can figure out a way to pay these kids. And now it's not. That's what like Nick Saban said. It's not really about the football. The kids just want the money. Like for football, it was to make it as a professional. You want to get to the NFL, you want to get to the league, make some money. It wasn't, now all I got to do is just get to college. I don't even necessarily got to play. I just got to get a, you know what I'm saying? Get a NIL deal, somebody to sign me off my, whatever it is. You just got to get to college. And so it's just like, until they figure out a way that they bring the control back to the NCAA and make it like a in-house thing, then it's gonna be like you said, for a wildfire. It's just gonna keep evolving.
Right, Lonnie. I know you had a question. Let Lonnie go because I know he had a question earlier. Here you go. Go ahead, Lonnie.
Oh, I was gonna ask because apparently Justin Jefferson, like one of the main things about why he was waiting to get a contract extension is because he wanted Kirk or another top tier QB, and now that Kirk signed with Atlanta, he ain't. I don't think he wants Sam Darnold throwing him the ball, or like some JJ McCarthy or like a rookie QB. So where do you think like he would go? And then like the follow-up was like, what's your top 5 LSU wide receivers all time?
Where do I think like he will go like in free agency?
Or where would you want him to go?
Shit. I wouldn't really want him to go nowhere for real. I feel like he was in a decent situation. New quarterback in there. They got rid of, you know what I'm saying? They got rid of Kirk. So shit, go draft a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that y'all can get that y'all think you get him the ball, get another receiver. Like I feel like he should stay there. You know what I'm saying? Because they invested in him already.
Right.
And they got a market that's gonna support him, and so I feel like that's a good situation for him.
And they playing a dome.
Yeah, and they playing a dome. I mean, Minnesota it's not a bad spot. They got the money out there. And then for you said top 5 LSU receivers. Okay, that's tough. Because I like a lot of the younger cats, but I like, you know what I'm saying, some of the older cats too, man. My top, I would probably have to go. I probably have to go Odell 1.
Oh, okay.
That's a Odell 1 for me. 2, I had to go JJ.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It's so many motherfuckers. Because like if we talking like full career, or we just talking about LSU, like it's
if it's like just LSU.
Just LSU? Oh, okay. Shit. Then I probably have to go Jamar. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Jarvis at 5. If we talking just LSU, hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good list right there. I mean, I hate to leave my dogs off, but
Russell Shepard. There's a few dogs that can still.
No, bro, it's bro. The list could go on, bro.
Yeah,
it's so many, bro.
Yeah.
It's so many.
Tough.
And I hate to leave my old heads off, but you know what I'm saying. My B. LaFell and all
facts.
that.
Brandon LaFell. Oh my God. Throwback Thursday.
In your opinion, what was the better tandem?
You play with the Panthers, right?
Yeah, scrub. He's a scrub.
He played with Panthers and the Patriots.
He won a bowl with the Patriots. He was instrumental.
Yeah, come on. He won a bowl with the Pats, bro. Come on. You was there. I was there.
He was catching touchdowns in the Super Bowl against the Legion of Boom.
Listen, you don't gotta be
football.
Super Bowl
champ.
You get a Super Bowl, you go on a press run. Ask me Cole Hartman. His life changed. All he did was catch a little flat route. Now he on everything. He's everywhere. Jimmy Kimmel
slandering New York.
You could say, if we talking football, you could say a nigga did nothing, but if the motherfucker contributed in the Super Bowl, that's literally football like greatness right there. Shit.
You're right.
Winning.
Look at the way we talk about Chris Hogan after that Super Bowl when he went for 1-1. We ain't talked about Chris Hogan like that ever before and ever since, man.
David Tyree.
Turn it up when it matters most, man. That's what it meant.
You're right. Yo, so Jalen, I do want to ask you about this situation. How do you feel? And I watched the clip. You know, some people say that Tiki Barber was joking and things of that nature. As somebody who's been in the league, and obviously, you know, like local radio is such a big thing in sports because you have a lot of local legends and people and so these is like people who are close to the organizations. What do you think of that situation between Saquon Barkley and Tiki Barber? And did you ever have an instance where you had some old head that was on like local radio, local news station that may have been talking about you or a teammate, and it became like kind of like, yo, like shut up, old head, like
oh god. Yeah, I want to say I remember. Of course, because I had got suspended and shit, I got in trouble. But I want to say it was somebody talking on Twitter. They wasn't saying nothing crazy, but they was. I was just like, bro, man, shut the fuck up. You know this shit. You know this shit. Like it's more going on in each football player's life. Like yes, there's certain things we're not supposed to do, but everybody make their own decisions, bro. Like I got shit going on. So, but the situation. I mean, I feel like it's kind of funny to me, because me as an older guy, like. I could feel a way about a guy's situation, but I'm not going, especially if it's a guy that goes to, you know, somewhere that I play or a school that I went to, a younger guy. I'm not going to necessarily talk bad about him in the media type shit. Like if I feel the way, I'm gonna tell that nigga, you know what I'm saying, or shoot him a text or call him some shit. Like I ain't going, you know what I'm saying, because I just feel like that's a little weird as a player. Like. You don't want to necessarily like unless you got beef and you really want to get some shit off your chest. Like I don't really I guess condone, you know, just attacking other players type shit. Like
right, nah, for sure. Go ahead.
But yeah, you could tell that Saquon was like, man, fuck this nigga, bro. Like shut your ass up, nigga.
It seemed like they had history though. It really seemed like he must have said something before that made him. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know the history.
To speak on that, bro, just because like. My dad was there. My dad was there the year after Tiki.
Now you speaking up.
I say my dad was there the year right after Tiki retired, and what he did with Eli. So like, I'm not gonna lie, Tiki's just a hating ass nigga. I don't think he was showing.
I mean, yeah, he was hating on Eli.
Thank you,
he
Trent.
retired.
Niggas in New York do not fuck with Tiki, dog.
Yeah, that's it's a reason why.
Tiki, dog.
Like also real shit in J-Rob. There's a reason why, because Tiki Barber, as I was like, Tiki Barber as a football player,
dumb nice. He
was dumb nice. But the way how he run his mouth, talking shit about, like, you can't, like, you talking shit about Eli, the way how Eli is held in New York.
Tiki color, he Bob Sanders. I mean, he's Sanders.
That's
he's very Sanders.
No, that's why I said I thought his response showed like he had to. This has to been something where Tiki might have been saying some slick comments over time, and he may have tried to sound like he's joking. But sometimes when it's coming from a certain somebody, he acting like he joking, but I know the place. Go ahead, Miguel. Sorry.
So, kind of touching upon that a little bit. I heard someone talk about it, and it's like NFL rivalries. And I'm curious to hear your perspective, Jalen, because we got so many players that are going to rivals. Like Saquon went to the Eagles, Patrick Queen went to the Steelers, Aaron Jones went to the Vikings. Like, they are all just going to rivals. At this point in the NFL, does rivalries exist? Like, do they exist?
So I'll say this for the players, not unless you are like grew up in it and you like it's in your blood as a fan. Like, once you become a player and you actually on these teams, you don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Yes, if I've been playing with this team for a few years and we've been playing with them and they got some of the same guys and the team ain't really changed, then yes, it might be a little bit, but that's more for like the fans and the drama of football. But once you get on these teams, you don't really care. I know P Queen don't give a fuck. He got another paycheck and he got another opportunity to go out there and play some more football. Yes, I'm playing against the old organization, but like as a fan, when you're not in the game, like not playing, like it might be a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? You might feel a little more passion behind the fanism or whatever. But like as a player, bro, that shit really not that damn serious, bro. Like for the players that I know and me, like, bro, niggas is not tripping. Like,
do you feel like you're a mercenary? Do you feel like you guys are like just a bunch of mercenaries for real?
Bro, we contracted football players, bro. Like, I'm my own business, bro. Like, exactly, bro. Anybody, like, yes, guys want to stay with one team for their whole career. Like, that's kind of like what we grew up to know for football. You stay with the organization, you play for them. But like, that's not how it worked. Shit, I played for so many different teams in my professional career. Like, the team you get drafted by, you might have a little more loyalty to them as like after you get done playing. But like, if you had success here and you had success here, like, which one you gonna pick, bro? Like, it is what it is.
I'm with you, Jalen. If I'm a star player in the NFL, I'm putting Deion Sanders. I'm being a whore. Wherever you cut the check,
he said, I'm on the way. I'm on the way. Facts, niggas not caring, bro.
I feel bad. I honestly feel bad for Tiki Bob. Like when I think about Tiki Bob, I feel bad for Rondé. Because to have a nigga hate that much with the same face as you, it gotta hurt. Like, it gotta hurt.
He said the same face.
Nigga
walk up to you just out of nowhere talking shit, bro. Like, that's not me, bro.
You never see like that. Say that? Oh, that wasn't me. That was Tiki. Damn it, Tiki.
Facts.
And the worst part is, early, both of them bald as hell. So them niggas just straight twins. Like,
they look just alike.
They do look smack alike.
Never see Tiki leave Florida.
Nah, facts. They do look smack alike. Go ahead, Lonnie.
So bringing back to like the running backs and like we saw like this free agency, like how a lot of the big time running backs, like their contracts weren't really that big.
Yeah.
And you being in the league for so long, like what issues with like the collective bargaining do you have? Like, because I know like a lot of people complain about the franchise tag, and what do you want to see like change like going forward? Is it like more benefits? Is it more money for you guys? Like,
we always want more money for the guys because like that's what like we the motherfuckers doing the shit. Yes, right. Somebody has to put it together, but somebody got to do it. So yes, it needs to be some more conversations for that, the money, all the benefits. Like, we want everything to keep going up, but it's tough because like things are changing. Like as a whole, it might not be I guess it's urgent for certain negotiations and things. Like, we have to vote on the things that they negotiate about, and you know, it was a few years ago. You know, the vote came back. You know, they send the copies or whatever they negotiate. They send the first copy. Like the first copy went through because nobody, like a lot of the guys didn't even look at it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even go in the email and click no, because that's not what we want. We don't want the first round of negotiations to be what we settle on. We want to actually get benefits. We want things to grow. And it's just like, I don't feel like enough people are, I guess, actually invested in and take it serious enough for things.
Are you saying like enough players aren't?
Hold on. Can I say something, Lonnie? Can I say something? Do you remember we had a big debate about this? We had a big debate about this collective bargaining agreement. And it became a big debate on this platform because I said the reason why I don't think the collective bargaining agreement is cared for enough by the players is due to the fact that we don't have enough faces in the NFL fighting for the rest of the league. Do you think there's some merit to that? Like if a guy like Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson, Deshaun, maybe not Deshaun because of the way he might be perceived by public, but you know, I'm not trying to be that person. I'm not trying to be that person. But I'm trying to think about like the biggest black faces in the league because most of the league
you don't want him speaking for you.
Yeah, so in the NBA, Jalen, like in the NBA, you got Chris Paul, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. Them dudes is the ones that go when it's time for collective bargaining agreement. Them is the ones. While y'all boys got people like David Akers and them. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a good player, cool dude.
Yeah, no, they are part of the community, but I get what you're saying. They're not the faces that bring people to the game and that like you see the multitudes of kids and stuff like, oh, I want to be like this guy. Like I get what you're saying. And like the only thing I can really say to that is kind of the same answer I had for the questions on the first topic is like the people that control the game have such a like hold on it. Like it's no leakage in the control. It ain't nothing getting out. So they gonna take everything and keep it how they want. And I mean it's just like the progression of the benefits and the, you know, rights and care for the players is come along like really slow, and it's hard for, I guess, us to get more people in there because, you know, they don't want to give up the control. They don't necessarily want us to be the voice because they feel like they got things under control. It's going how they want it to go. They don't really care what we do. And then on the other side, like for us as like players and stuff like that, I don't feel like it's I don't feel like it's a thing that a lot of guys might actually believe we can do. Because it's like we know, like a lot of the guys know what we up against, and then at the same time, a lot of guys like, well, shit, we know what we up against. I don't really care about that. They take it. I'm able to take care of my family, so I'm straight. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's sad to say that, but like that's just not the culture around football, and that's because, you know, like if we had control of the game, it would be different. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we want to see that in football, like have the same power, the speaking power, the same like facial recognition power. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to have the same things, be able to do the same things and be able to impact the game and the community and stuff like that. But they don't want us to do that.
So do you feel like if more people, like if more NFL players like participated like in these talks, like you guys would get more change, like removing the franchise tag and like things like that, like more benefits? Like you think if they cared more, like you got more of your like more NFL players to like participate, then things would move along more? Or
absolutely, because it's a shit ton of players, bro. Like you can't silence all of us, but it's hard to get everybody on the same page because everybody has their own things going on. And you know what I'm saying? Like, just because they like,
and the contract's not guaranteed,
right? So it's like it's a lot of things working against the guys that could like potentially, you know, discourage guys from showing up and voting on things or even looking at the emails and stuff like that. Which is, it makes it really hard. And like just to get everybody on the same page is just like that's probably the biggest thing, bro. Because we could really have something that's cool and caters to us, and it allows us to be at our best and able to get back and do many more things. But shit, we can't really get in the dough quick enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Jalen, I've always wanted to, and going back to the conversation we had prior to the season, I think the people who run the league have done a fantastic job of isolating the one position that could really make change, and that is the quarterback.
Yeah.
So right now, Patrick Mahomes isn't just the best quarterback in the league. He's maybe one of the most powerful people in the sport. Yeah. So if Patrick Mahomes, if the players could somehow get Patrick Mahomes to say, look, we want guaranteed contracts. If I understand it sounds crazy and all that, and I brought this up when we argued too, when we compared themselves to the other leagues. The other leagues, the players at some point were willing to sacrifice the ultimate thing. Baseball players sacrificed the World Series. Basketball players willing to sit out the NBA Finals. And I understand that is a tough thing to ask people, especially when you're going this way. And Brady's my favorite player. But my biggest problem with Brady is that when it came to really standing on a lot of issues, he ran away from it. Whether or not we had the evidence, when bro said, I don't know what it was about when you had the Make America Great Again hat in your locker. You know what it was about. Don't lie. So that's why I'm sitting there. If there's a way for maybe the players to even have a true chance, I'm saying y'all got to be willing to sacrifice a little bit. Yeah. And having maybe Patrick Mahomes, Lamar, and all these people come up. And I understand that's a really big thing. But do you think the players' message, especially obviously with more players speaking out because they can't silence all of you, but if Patrick Mahomes himself comes out and says, look, I think we really do need to deserve guaranteed contracts because there's a reason why they gave him the $500,000 the $500 million contract. They gave him a stake in the Royals. They did everything they could, the Chiefs did, to placate Patrick Mahomes. But how big would his voice be when it comes to these negotiations? Because they've already put out the thing, hey, y'all should save your money for the upcoming CPA negotiations. And I don't know if they do that every time, but it sounds like at least the Players Association leadership understands that this fight is bigger than the rest of them.
Yeah, I feel like Pat. I feel like he potentially has that power. I don't feel like they would let that happen. You know what I'm saying? The entity that controls the NFL. I don't feel like they would let that happen. Because they would be in some shit. Like if all the players, all the big players, could get together, get their teams together, bro, and everybody sit down and we be like, all right, bro, do this shit, or we just gonna sit over here. Like if all the players like dead ass did that and bro and was literally like set on like stopping the world of football until we get what we actually need and want out of this game. You know what I'm saying? So it could be good for everybody that's involved, like the players, the communities, like everybody can be affected by this, and they holding it to themselves. So if we could get that done, it would be crazy. It might take a little time, because they got so much power, bro. Like I don't think y'all really understand.
So you don't think Goodell runs? You don't feel like Goodell runs the league for real? You think ownership run the league?
No, he's the patsy.
Nigga,
he's the
what?
patsy.
Goodell don't do shit.
Jalen,
he run up there and say, "Bro, come on now." Goodell run the league? Hell no.
No, I'm asking. Do he really like? And the reason why I'm asking is like, so in the NBA, right? David Stern, he was able to pack up the owner from the Clippers, like he had because of what he did jurisdiction. But do you feel like do you feel like Goodell don't even have the power to like suspend the owner, things of that nature? That's what I'm asking. Like, do you even think he got that type of leverage?
He packed up our owner. He packed up the Panthers owner. He packed our owner up.
Oh, that took a while though.
I think that was more the other owners pushing him out. That wasn't really.
That wasn't him.
That's the same thing for the NBA.
Whose owner was he talking about?
The Jerry Richardson, the Panthers.
I was just about to say, don't the owners have to decide for you to be out more than the commissioner of the league?
And right, how long Dan Snyder was in the league?
I'll say this is at the NBA, bro, the top Silver. Silver. He run that shit. The owners of the teams, he run that shit, and the players. The NFL, it might not be all the owners. It might be a select few of them. Right. But them niggas, bro, Goodell don't do shit, bro. He just go up there and say with the first pick of the draft, that's all he do and piss niggas off. That's all he do, bro. He's just a nigga that they was like, okay, you gonna go up there and do what we tell you to do. Okay, cool. All right, we'll pay you, bro. Just go up there.
It's 40 mil in a private jet.
But also, the Clippers, though, don't forget, like they had like an actual voice, a voice recording of him saying that racist shit. So it wasn't like it was just somebody saying he said, like, nah, we got the proof that you said this. It's like, you got to go. You feel me? Like, you saw
to that one girl, bro.
You saw like when he go off that he said she say with the Panthers, bro. It's gonna take a little second because, like I said, I'm gonna tell y'all boys again. It takes 11 days to count to 1 million, but it takes 31 years to count to 1 billion. And all of them owners got billions in their pocket. You know how you feel when you get $1,000 in your pocket. You feel like can't nobody tell you nothing. If you get 10 bands in your pocket, you even feel yourself a lot more. Imagine if you got $1 billion in your pocket, $1 billion. Man, come on. Of course, them owners finna have big mafia complex, bro. Like, that's so much money, bro. Like, you ain't finna talk to me no type of way. You ain't finna say nothing too crazy because at the end of the day, I can buy you to get you out my face, bro. Like, you got a bunch of millionaires trying to go to war with billionaires. Like, I mean, of course, it's just gonna take time to win that war, bro. Ross even told you, take money to go to war, and you're going against 32 billionaires versus, you know what I'm saying? And you got to figure out how to bargain their money from them. So it's like, it ain't gonna be as easy as everybody thinking because they are filthy rich, bro. Like it's
so how long it takes, and the playoffs of that as well. And the playoffs of that as well is that you brought up Patrick Mahomes, and then you're talking about Patrick Mahomes' influence. Patrick Mahomes is obviously the most important thing that in the Kansas City Chiefs like whole franchise, and they still have some of the worst facilities in the NFL.
I want to say they had the owner rated the worst.
Yeah, so
and I've met
they have Patrick Mahomes, and the owner's still terrible. Like they don't care. Like the owner, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want.
The only reason I'm saying
give you locker rooms,
Riddell. The only reason I'm saying that is because Patrick Mahomes is in this unique position where, like, legitimately, this is the guy in the sport. Right. This is the guy. So that's why I was saying maybe
more. That's why Austin Eckler pissed me off so bad when he thought he was doing something. He made that little running back kumbaya with the Zoom combos. Like, no offense to him, but like, what were you gonna do? Like, why did you think you calling all the running backs in the NFL the most devalued position and think, I'm gonna figure out how to save the market having these?
He should have been the one to call that Zoom meeting.
They not willing to pay Saquon Barkley. Like,
and J-Rob. And now Jake Elliott getting paid more than Austin Eckler.
That's exactly my point. So like, what you doing? What are
that's
you
why
doing?
I said, look, it's gonna be tough, and it's literally gonna take literally everybody, bro, everybody, because they it can't be just guys that look like us, because then they'll just be like, all right, fuck it, we just gonna play anyway,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be everybody. And I want it to happen. I believe that it can happen. I see it happening. It's a very, very slim chance, because I do believe in us. You know what I'm saying? I do believe in us. Like if we really want it, but it's a very slim chance, bro, because it's just so much power, bro. It's a backwards organization. Like most sports leagues, it's run by the, you know what I'm saying, the sports league, and it's not run by the owners. It's backwards in the NFL, bro.
Right. So my question to you is, now that we're in this like world now where a lot of pro athletes are transitioning into, sports media, being analysts, obviously the work you do on the Raw Room,
Right.
So you, Bates and company, like, first of all, how did y'all get into this space? And then as well, like, how do you feel a level of like almost responsibility now to be able to tell some of these stories from a direct experience, just because of the fact that you can kind of talk about things that aren't just from the lens of a writer or a journalist or somebody who just works at an ESPN or Fox?
Definitely feel a responsibility, but like how we got started. I mean, I guess it started around COVID. We started in 2020. But it coming from that point where, you know, guys, like at that point, it wasn't a whole lot of voice outside of, you know, like if you were a star and they gave you a little show or put you on an interview, like. And then the questions and things that was talked about, it was all like media driven. So of course, guys want to, you know, be able to talk and have these platforms to where we could like either, you know, analyze sports. You know what I'm saying? Like analyze sports, talk about sports, tell stories. You know what I'm saying? Like tell what really happened in certain situations or dive deeper. Like whatever it is, like that's what we want and that's what we need, because it's like, you know, they don't necessarily want you to be in there for a long period of time. Right. They seem like how much money that takes, and you really turn certain people into figures in the community or across the US. And you know, it's gotten away from that. They want to save their money. They want to keep all the power. So I love it, you know what I'm saying, for guys to have that opportunity to do whatever it is, talk about whatever it is. You know, it's a lot of, sometimes it's some bullshit. Like I don't necessarily care for the bullshit. Guys up there lying about certain shit, this and that. But like, I do want us to have, you know what I'm saying, the opportunity to not just ask the questions like, you know, some of the reporters do after the games and shit like that, or like set guys up like and then like just what could come from this, it, you know, gives a lot more power back to the players, because we actually live this stuff, and it's crazy for certain guys to go out there and talk about certain topics or, you know, shit on certain players when they've, you know, been nowhere close or don't even know what it takes to get there. And then, you know, some of the projections and stuff like that. So it's better for the sport for people to hear from, you know, the people that we watch all the time and we want to see like shit. Like it only makes sense.
Nah, so facts. No facts. I love it. Go ahead, Ernest.
So Jalen, speaking of stories, man, let's, you know, I know you'll keep it 100. Let's go back in time. 2015, 9 years ago. It's your rookie season, right?
Yeah.
You bright-eyed, you bushy-tailed, okay? You're wearing number 22. You in training camp, right? Coach see you, he go, Jalen, you know what? It's your time to get in, okay? You at corner, you practice, right? And you stand across 6'4" Julio Jones. What was that moment like?
Shit, the first
1,800 yards I get too.
Exactly. The first time, bro, I was like, because I'm one of the kids that was a Falcons fan, you know, for a long ass time because of Vic, of course. You know, started watching Vic, and then I just ended up staying with the Falcons. So shit, I watched Julio through college and then going into the league. So I was like, you know, been a fan of the Bird game and stuff like that. But then lining up in practice, I was like, oh shit, all right, we finna get to it. Like we finna see what, like, the top of the league. You know what I'm saying? Definitely some tough battles, because that's, you know, I get the question all the time on the lives or whatever I'm doing, like, who's the hardest receiver? We got the question in the chat.
Yeah.
And it's always Odell and Julio.
Right. Because
Odell is, you know, in his own class as a receiver build. And then Julio is just a fucking, you know, a stretched out version of Odell. Literally, damn near the same motherfucker.
Just keep it 100. You gave him 10 yards cushion, didn't you?
10 yards cushion? No, hell no, boy. That's not how I get down.
Jalen,
you see the colors on my chest?
Jalen, you pressed up on Julio. That nigga probably broke your arm.
Okay, listen here, son.
He went to swim.
Son.
He was like,
Listen here. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Okay. If you got any chance at all, covering this man, you gonna have to walk down there and be in this nigga race. That is the only chance.
Jalen Collins says Julio was pressable.
Hey,
that was the way to beat him.
Hey, look, let me tell you this. You get this nigga any cushion. Y'all saw what happened in the fucking Super Bowl, that damn catch he had on the sideline? That was a damn 22-yard fucking out route, nigga. The one y'all lost.
No. Early.
Don't worry about that. We talking.
Wait, don't worry. Talk about the game.
That was a damn.
Hold on.
The bruh, he was playing off, was he not?
Facts.
Cooked.
So, Jalen, you just real quick though, Brandon. From the moment you he had to tell you come over here. You was up on him from the jump.
It ain't no come over here. It ain't no you got nigga. It's one-on-ones. We just got here, my nigga. Line that shit the fuck up. You just got drafted. Line that shit the fuck
here.
up.
Niggas like, all right, here you go.
Nigga, bro,
LSU, you're up.
That shit was here. On God.
Here,
on
God.
God. Look, my DB coach, Coach M, shout out to my guy, coming from Seattle and that culture, bro. Like the coach called the guys out for the one-on-ones. Julio go 3-2. Get up there. Here we go.
First lineup, first play. Y'all went against each other. Did he sauce you?
I wouldn't say he sauced me. He won the route. But it's just like you don't know.
Early tried to set this man.
You don't know what to expect. You don't know. Well, I guess you don't know what to expect. It's different when you lining up face to face because the nigga is already like a fucking alien.
A unit.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, damn, this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you line up and then the nigga quick as hell. So it's like, oh shit, damn, is this nigga 100?
Oh, you this big and fast, sir?
Right. So it's like as big. You know what I'm saying? As fast as he is, he's the same strong. So it's just like he's super quick. You know how to use his hands. So it was definitely good competition, bro.
How good was Roddy White? Did you play with Roddy?
Roddy was like bro. It's crazy because like in college I had Odell and Jarvis, and then the league, it was like almost the same.
Right.
The same type of relationship as far as the receivers. Roddy was just, bigger than Jarvis. The catch radius, the spectacular catch was a little more on Jarvis' side, but shit, right. Roddy the same type of guy. He knew how to, use his body, use his leverage to get open, bro. Route freak, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he was like that.
And that was old Roddy you deal with.
That was old Roddy.
That was old Roddy.
Like that was his last,
Roddy.
That was his last year. Yeah. That was his last season, and he was still one of like, as a Falcons fan, I like shit. I'm mad. If I'm not throwing it to Julio, I am throwing it to Roddy, my nigga.
Yeah, he slept on OD. That's why I wanted to give him his flowers. That's why I bought him. Roddy White don't get enough credit. He was great.
My boy went to UAB. Him and Daryl Hackney, bro. I remember. I live right down the street from Legion Field. Them boys, that they used to give UAB tickets away 4 for $10. But when they played, I bullshit you not, bro.
$10 is crazy.
It was wild. At the Piggly Wiggly, y'all, 4 for $10 used to be able to get UAB tickets. But when Roddy and them went there, they used to, you got a one person, a dub per ticket. They sold out when they played. You feel me? Then they went back to money. The 4 for $10.
That's hilarious.
Jalen, I also want to
10.
Jalen, wow, man.
I also want to keep you back in that time machine.
Wait. Go ahead, Randy.
Yeah, I want to keep you back in that time machine. We don't need to talk about what happened at the end of the season, but one thing I've always wanted is that Super Bowl run. Where it feels like, oh, this is it. Like maybe everything's going right, or you're just playing well no matter what. Can you tell us, maybe just that entire year, what was like the big feeling? Maybe what was the time we're like, oh yeah, we going to the bowl? Like, what was that?
And did you cry in the car afterwards? Please tell us.
Did you cry after the bowl?
I didn't cry after the bowl, but it was one of those like. It was one of those like damn near black hole moments type shit. Like, damn, bro, this shit real. Like, I was like a zombie damn near for like a week after that shit for real. Yeah. But like the season, yeah, you know shit. I mean,
I just lost
1-3.
Niggas lose that.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Jalen, you could also use this moment to talk about.
I was just asking.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to
hear it.
I didn't talk.
Let's talk about Kyle Shanahan.
I was just trying to hear about the year. They were trying to get something different.
I want to hear about I want to hear about the Super Bowl. I want to hear about Kyle Shanahan, the Super Bowl. I want to hear Jalen. Was you calling out like Kyle? Can you run the Super Bowl?
I'm on my man question over there.
Yeah. I'm just trying to help relive some good memory. Y'all trying to bring it back to the abyss. What
we man, we gotta know, man. We gotta know.
You woke up in cold sweat.
I just want to know what Kyle Shanahan was thinking, Jalen. I just want to know what was Kyle Shanahan thinking, man.
I couldn't tell you because I don't talk to Shan during the game. I play defense. But the season. So it started out for me like, bro. I was suspended at the beginning of the year. For the shit that happened at the end of my rookie season. So I missed the 4 games and then I come back. I sit 2 games. And so shit, I mean, I didn't necessarily watch when I was out because I was grinding, bro. I was like, all right, I gotta get right, bro. I've been out. Last year we was 8-8. It wasn't really a great season. You know what I'm saying? They mad I got in trouble. Like I'm on my shit right now. And then when I come back practicing and stuff, you know, doing what I needed to, but like we had lost some games, we had won some games, but you know, I didn't really know what to feel because it was a long season. But then when I got back, when I got back and then True got hurt, I was like, all right, boom, I got an opportunity to be the guy for the rest of the year. And then once I think it was around the Christmas break, we played the Panthers, and then we played the Saints after that. So going into the end of the season, bro, like all of the stuff was just like falling into place. Like we dropped the game, but we weren't here when we needed to. We beat the team we needed to, and then you know guys get hurt, teams don't be all the way healthy at the end of the season. And so once we beat the Panthers and then we beat the Saints, and I had some turnovers in those games, and then that was at the end of the regular season. I was just like, all right, shit, well, we needed to do this to even get in position to be in the playoffs. And we had, you know, the offense was cooking. Like they was doing their shit. And so once we got those 2 wins, I was like, damn, bro, we really got a shot. Like,
right.
Because the teams on our side, they weren't as healthy. And then the Seattle, they, you know what I'm saying, they were kind of struggling. They weren't the, you know, LOB Seattle that they were before. And the Packers were hurt, and we was like, shit, bro. If we
had a run game, Devontae Freeman slept on.
We had our offense, bro. I don't even gotta talk about the offense because they was literally cooking. Like we was feeding off the offense, and we were also like, you know, give the offense some energy here and there because like those games, those division games at the end of the season, like if we win these 2 games, then we'll be in position to get that bye.
Right.
And it was just like shit. All right, well the offense gonna put up the points. We just gotta stop these motherfuckers. And then when it happened, and we was flying back. We was flying back from one of the games and we was seeing the Seattle game. And we saw them, it was like they got I think they had to win and they ended up kicking the field goal and winning the game. And that's when we secured the bye. And I was like, all right, bro, we really got a shot at this shit. Because it's at this point, teams beat up. We are fairly healthy as a team. Like we had guys hurt or suspended early on, but now we rolling, and it was like shit. We really got a shot at this whole and shit. Every week we just showed up. Except for
Jalen, so you mean to tell me they don't give y'all a script before the season starts? Believe that ignorant shit. Like,
hey, look. I if they do, I missed that meeting because I was suspended. I missed the meeting, bro.
But keep it 100, Jalen. Y'all went to let's be real. Y'all went to halftime like these niggas ain't who they say they were. These niggas, this nigga, I don't know who they say he is.
But we we wasn't necessarily like they don't think we don't think that not who they say they is, but it's like shit. We just like we in control of the game type shit.
Yeah.
And then once you get out there, bro, and it's hard. It's hard speaking like from the defensive side of the game because like as a football team in that position, you have that game in control, and then it's just dependent off of
momentum.
What you do with the ball when you have it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. Like you got one of the greatest of all time. You're not gonna stop that nigga for fucking ever. So shit.
Wait, Lonnie. Before you go, I just want to say this one part too. Was the most demoralizing part when that nigga Tom Brady started getting the cooking on y'all ass when Edelman caught that shit off the ground. Because did that feel like all right, this shit getting out of control? It's over.
No, that I will say that play was one of the ones that really kind of fucked me up. Just because like, we was running a lot of man. That's what we were doing, and so I'm like, my guy had a shallow, and then I see the ball go up, boom. I look down, and it's. Like when that happened, bro, I was like, bro, that was the one play that we needed in the second half.
Yeah.
Because like as a defense, we didn't get no stops. We was finna get our first stop. That was right out. Like we was finna get our first stop of the half, and then that play happened. And I was like, bro, what the fuck just happened? Like, no, dead ass, like because I'm about like 15, 20 yards away. Mm-hmm. And I could see it. I got pretty good vision, my nigga. I could see it. And I'm like, that nigga caught that hoe? And I'm like, bro, I'm seeing the play. And I'm like, I couldn't tell if it hit the ground, but I saw the nigga that he had the ball in his hands. I'm like, okay, that's incomplete. In like first glance. But I'm like thinking to myself, like, damn, fool, I can't really tell if like the angle. I couldn't really tell if that hole hit the ground. I mean, the shit was this close, bro. Like, what the? I was like, what the fuck just happened, fool? And then they went through it, and I was like, bro, that don't even make sense.
Let's get you out of them bad memories, Jalen.
That don't even make
sense. We gotta let Lonnie go.
All right. Well, just forewarning, I'm a Patriots fan, so my joy is
I don't even know if we're gonna do your question. But
a lot of talk, especially with Mahomes winning this year, was like, who's the GOAT? So I was gonna ask who's your GOAT, and like again, and during that game, like what was like specifically?
You gonna ask me that?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do that to yourself? Go ahead.
I was like, what specifically about Brady made him so scary during that game?
That nigga wasn't scary. But like, what?
That was your problem. You should have feared him.
If you playing sports, you don't line up against a nigga. You don't line up against a nigga.
What made him so special?
I'm scared of this nigga. I mean, the nigga made the plays he needed to make. That's all it come down to in sports, bro. Like,
facts.
Like, bruh's like game management, ball placement. You know what I'm saying? Just like knowing what to do when shit needed to be done, bro. Like we didn't seen it. Like not even my Super Bowl. All like most of the ones the nigga won, he wasn't winning that bitch going into the second half. So nigga just made the plays, bro.
Jalen, it sounds like a little bit of hate, Jalen.
Yeah, so do you have Mahomes?
Don't let him do that to you, Jalen. Don't let him do it to you.
We'll be if we are analysts on the show and he up there, I'm up there. I say that on the microphone. Hey, before we get started, I just need to get this out of my chest. Hey, fuck you, Tom. Come on, bro. Just like that, and then we can go on.
So let's get you out of bad.
Do you have Mahomes? Do you have Mahomes?
Great.
Yeah, Mahomes to go. Yeah.
He's the GOAT.
All right.
Hey, have you seen our show? We call him Demetrius over there at the Raw Room. That's our cousin Demetrius, bro.
So let's get you out of bad memory lane.
They locked in chat. People this chat. They said speak on Demetrius, Jalen. Oh, so they locked in chat.
Oh, okay. I can actually do this because I have seen this nigga in fact, like I didn't play this game, but I was with the Colts when we went up there, Andrew Luck's last season, and we played them in the wild card game. Or not, it was the second round because we played the Titans in the wild card. So we went up there, bro, and I was inactive that game. But when I tell you, I saw that motherfucker do some shit I ain't never seen a quarterback do in my life. I'm talking about Darius Leonard, all pro. He curved the ball around that motherfucker, bro. Like
baseball,
nigga, curved that whole
baseball, didn't he? In college,
that bit,
yeah,
bro,
he did. Yep.
When I tell you, bro, I ain't never
wanted
seen
type shit.
A motherfucker just like in the defense we had, like we had a pretty good defense, bro. Like we couldn't do shit with, bro. Like for real. We couldn't do like we in the first half we was kind of like keeping it close in the game, but like once that motherfucker started to cook in, and he had 10 at the time. He had Tyreek Hill at the time. So and Tyreek was like on a bad ankle and still like almost took a punt back. Like catch, I'm like, God damn. Like, it was ugly.
The way you feel about Tom is how I feel about Patrick Mahomes. Fuck that nigga, man.
I can't be mad. I can't be mad at Pat. I can't be mad at Pat because he looked like us. So you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so that's crazy.
I don't care. I'm rude, huh?
It ain't Black History Month no more, Jalen. Come on now.
We rocking with these Negroes, man.
How was Cam MVP season?
Huh? You said
How
what?
was Cam MVP season? Y'all played him twice a season.
Cam is MVP season. So that was my rookie year, and when we played them, I wasn't really playing. So because I played a little bit in the beginning and a little bit towards the end of the season, but I didn't necessarily play a whole lot of defense in those games, but. That nigga Cam was the truth that year. I remember when we went up there to play them, and they beat the hell out of us. I was just playing a little special team. They beat the socks off our head, bro. We had a goose egg on the board. They was turned up in that. When I tell you the motherfucking they was on the sideline doing this shit. Oh yeah, I was in there sick, my nigga. Sick. Cam was in that bitch like this. I was sick, bro. They was cooking shit. Now Cam was different, bro. He had Ted Ginn and they was cooking.
So nobody. Jalen, so speaking on Norman, strapped your man Julio 2 games in a row.
So Jalen, speaking on experiences, bro. Because I know you won the coach team the year, Andrew.
He ain't lying though.
Can you talk about the moment when what happened? Like, what's his name? The moment when Andrew Luck retired, was it like you was there right for the game when he retired on the field?
Oh yeah.
I know you was like, what the fuck is going on?
How crazy? Okay, so how crazy was that experience on the field? The fans.
Right. Wait. Hold on. Trent, can you ask that question one more time before you answer? It's a good question for the clip. Ask that question one more time.
How crazy was the experience? Because I know you was on the Colts at the time when Andrew Luck retired. How crazy was the experience? Because didn't he not retire on the field or something like?
Last preseason game. Bro. It's not a whole lot of moments that like is up there on the what the fuck scale in my football career, but that's up there like top 2, not 2, because it was just after we went to the playoffs, played Pat Mahomes, and all this offseason, bro, we putting together a team to go back. We making a run for the whole shit. For the whole Super Bowl, and Andrew was a little hurt, and he didn't really do a whole lot. He practiced maybe like 4 times that camp, and he was just getting ready. We like, okay, boom, he came practice towards the end of camp. He had practiced a little bit that week through, and then like going into the game, bro, like everybody's just like, all right, well, we got to just get out of the preseason, and we gonna be straight,
right.
And Andrew coming back, we gonna pick back up where we left off. And when I tell you, bro, because we was playing the Bears for a preseason game, it's not really, folks don't even play that game no more because nobody really cared about it. You know what I'm saying? Like they just play the younger guys that's coming in, and then the free agents and guys that's probably not gonna make the team play majority of the game. Third quarter come around. Yeah, end of the third quarter come around. And I'm, one of the older vets that had to play in the game, but then they cut me. So boom, I'm done for the night. And I as soon as I get over to the sideline, maybe not even 3-4 minutes I've been on the sideline, bro. I ain't even I barely unbuckled my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I walk over to the guys, we chatting for a second, boom, and then they talking about I hear Kenny, he was over there talking to one of the older guys. He was like, well, what's going on, dude? I walk up closer, and then a fan started yelling at us before I could even hear what they was talking about. And that motherfucker was like, hey, is this true? He showing his phone. It's a tweet or some shit. He said, is this true? Is fucking Andrew retiring? We what, nigga? What are you talking about? Nigga, it's fucking, the season finna start. Shut up. Nigga, bro. And then I turn around because the fans is at that point, I start paying attention to the fans because on the game, you don't really pay attention to the stands unless it's a real game. Preseason, we not even looking up there, whatever. Bro, I start paying attention. Niggas are losing their shit. They taking the jerseys off. Niggas is leaving. I'm niggas is saying, fuck you, Andrew. I'm what is going on? They talking to Andrew like that? Yeah. Not Mr. Luck. He Superman. We're not talking to right. I know. That's literally the nicest player I've ever met. So I turn around, I look down the sideline, and I see the media guy, the head media guy. And y'all know during the games, them niggas always have on a suit. When I tell you that nigga was damn near power walking, like he was in a competition, bro, down the sideline. And I seen this nigga was sweating his suit out, nigga. He was sweating his suit out. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? And then I'm hearing it more, this and that. And guys from the offensive side had came down and it was yeah, bro, Andrew retiring. And then, bro, it was just a explosion went off in my mind. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
He doing what? He's supposed to come back in a week or two. He doing what? And then, bro, the rest of the game played out, and we walked off the field, and that was probably the worst exit of a stadium I've ever had because I wasn't too far behind him when we walked out, and they had security surround him. People was booing, flipping him off, cussing him out, and I'm like, God damn, bro, y'all really doing this to Andrew? Yeah. When I tell you we was planning on meeting up and hanging out with some of the guys, bro, I went to the damn liquor store. I got a bottle, and then I went to the field, bro. I was like,
nigga went and got a bottle.
Oh, nigga, bro. Everybody.
That's because it's over. It's over.
Everybody on the team was like, bro,
it's over. It's
fuck
over.
Is finna happen, fool? Of course we had Jacoby, you know what I'm saying? We had a quarterback.
Yeah, but let's be for real.
I'm not hating, but the chances that we were planning for, what we were putting together all camp, it was we going to the bowl, my nigga. We going to the playoffs, we going to the Super Bowl. We gotta win the division and all this shit. No, fool. It was rough. Niggas didn't even know what the fuck was finna happen, fool.
That nigga too.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all done had 6 or 7 years of trash at quarterback.
Yeah.
And what makes it worse is that
one of the tires on Phillip Rivers and Matt Ryan. Trash.
The craziest thing for me about all that is what makes it worse. A lot of the criticisms going into that year was they couldn't protect Andrew Luck. The second he retired, it was all of a sudden their O-line was one of the best
in the league.
Oh, I was bro, that's so tough, bro.
Wild. No, I mean, but it was it wasn't necessarily wild to see because them niggas had been working for all the end of the season before, bro. Mm-hmm. All them guys, Ryan Kelly and bro, they was cooking over there.
Yeah, that was the year y'all got Quinnen too. Did Quinnen come in that season?
Yeah, he was
a dog,
fucking shit up. I'm talking about that nigga was.
I blame Jim Irsay.
But this is my whole thing too, though. I'm not gonna lie. If I was a fan, I probably would have been born Andrew at the time. You can't tease me like that and then leave me. That's crazy.
I drafted him the day before on my fantasy team. I was hot.
As a fan, I can understand.
Nigga got you hot and Bob, huh? J. Ron is saying, "I'll go home."
Yo, they say I'm going home. You gotta think. You gotta think. We finally getting Andrew healthy. He finally gonna come back. Because let's be honest, one of the biggest, best kept secrets or mysteries or what ifs in the NFL to me is Andrew Luck. I think he's number one because Andrew Luck's talent, like Andrew Luck again was a quarterback that could win 6, 7, 8 games at Stanford, 9 games, and we knew this is the best quarterback in the country. Like he was Peyton
Manning 2.0, bro. Type shit. Like he was the next. He was athletic. Yeah, he was more athletic than Peyton Manning. He was smart like Peyton Manning. Like Peyton Manning 2.0.
To me, to me, if we talk about the perfect prospect of the last maybe 10, 20 years at a position, when it comes to the quarterback position, I don't think there's a better prospect than Andrew Luck. In terms from top to bottom, the IQ, arm talent, athleticism. I know they look at Caleb. They say Caleb's at the generational talent. We got the Trevor Lawrences. Cam Newton was a generational talent, 100%. But I'll probably put them two. Probably put Cam and Andrew back to back because they went right after each other. Those two specifically are probably the only two quarterbacks when they come out of college. When they came out of college, I'm like, yeah, these two boys right here.
No problem.
They can't bust. Like they can't be bust. Like they got too much talent for them to bust. I definitely agree with that. And Jalen, before obviously you want to say thank you because we still got about a little bit more time left in the show. But I do want to ask you this. You know, we had you for a long time. Biggest winners and losers from free agency. What team do you think had the biggest splash? What team are you like? What the fuck are y'all doing?
Winner. I feel like winner. In my opinion, Atlanta. I feel like there's other options out there that we would have liked to see. They probably could have got, you know what I'm saying, in our opinion, a better quarterback. But I feel like they were one of the winners with that pickup. I feel like I think the Eagles, the pickup of Saquon was cool. That was a good pickup for them. I guess I don't know about the other picks that don't really like. I guess wow me for real.
Ravens? How you feel about
that? D hit to the Ravens for sure. That one, like King was talking about it when we was recording on Monday. He was saying it the whole episode, and it ended up happening in the morning. I feel like that is a big piece for they offense. To, you know, help out Lamar. So I say that's another win there. And then losers. Shit.
Cowboys.
Yeah, because they didn't do shit. They didn't do a fucking thing.
They re-signed their long snapper. What do you mean?
He said they re-signed their long snapper. They didn't do shit, bro. I don't. And then I thought Tony was still gonna be there, bro. They was just like, all right, fuck it, like, see you, bro. Yeah, the Cowboys. Yeah. I didn't like what they did there, and then I feel like. I mean, the Bears, bro, like, go ahead, bro, and let that man go. Y'all don't want him, bro. They do not want Justin Fields, bro.
Free him, bro.
Where do you think Justin Fields goes now? Because one of the biggest suitors just signed Kirk. So where does Justin Fields go now at this point?
It would be. It's tough to say, but I feel like it's gonna be a situation where he might get traded in the draft because. You don't like they not gonna go throughout the rest of this offseason and not get up off him. They're gonna have to take something less than what they fucking want. And I feel like it's gonna be a team that's probably really need a quarterback. Maybe the
Giants,
Vikings. Maybe the Vikings.
You got Drew Lock, man. True.
Giants did just sign Drew Lock.
Wait. Trent. Do not come in here to defend the Giants. You are a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. You only turn your camera on. You want to go your camera. You want to turn your camera on. You want to turn your camera on. Because you want to turn your camera on.
Saying bullshit.
You're not a Giants fan.
Wait, J-Rod. Hey, J-Rod,
your dad coaches the Bucks. You fuck with Baker and them. You don't fuck with Daniel Jones and them.
Hey, but J-Rod, you know what?
Could you imagine nigga Jalen? Hold up, real quick, Jalen. Could you imagine nigga working for Sprint and then going to work for Verizon wearing a Sprint gear? Like, what are you doing, nigga? You work for Verizon.
Come on. Nigga, this like, come on. You're not on Verizon.
Nigga, hold on. Nigga, who the fuck? Wait, hold on. Come on. How the fuck y'all gonna tell me who to root for? The fuck?
Hey, but you know what?
You've been leader the damn dog.
What to root for?
Hold on, stop. J-Rob, you know what's so crazy? J-Rob, you know what's so crazy about
respect? Your dad is the coach.
Let it go.
Hey, J-Rob, you know what's so crazy about what Trent just said? He talked about who y'all go tell me to root for, but when I was hyping up the Jags, that was a bad thing because I was rooting for the Jags. Come on. You know, you feel me?
Nigga,
I was a fake fan when I did it. I was a fake fan when I did it. I was a fake fan when I did it. Come on.
I like that shit, bro.
But now it's cool.
Nigga, hold on.
I was a fake fan when I did it. But now it's cool.
Nigga, hold on, time out. Nigga, I've been a Giants since I was 5 years old. I'm always gonna
say
Same. Can we be real? Hey guys. Hold on. When you start jacking the Jaguars, can we be real, Trent? Can we have an honest conversation? In MetLife, you was Lil T-Mac. In Tampa, they like, who are you again? That's really why you ain't got the cachet, nigga. That's really why you got no gear. You can't get no gear. Hey, y'all, it's not a choice. You ain't got no Tampa Bay gear. Who are you again, nigga?
He went into the Tampa.
Do you play for the team? Are you a ball boy? Who are you?
And he thought Jalen Collins was gonna come out there and throw the pigskin with him or something. Sit your big ass down, grown ass man talking about can we play catch? Don't play catch.
He in the parking lot talking about something. What it do, Baker? Who are you again?
Y'all fucking.
They gonna ask you know what's another? They gonna ask you to come out there and run some routes. They gonna ask you to run some routes.
But you know what's another thing? You know what's another thing I find super funny? You know what's another thing I find super funny?
Yes.
From Trent. Y'all remember when Trent was trying to argue that the Giants keeping Daniel Jones was a good idea and that's what they should do? Because who else are you going to get? But getting Justin Fields, oh no, we don't want that. We don't want that. But he was cool with them paying. He was cool with them paying Daniel Jones.
This has been going on for 2 years.
Here's the issue. If we get a new quarterback, I want to upgrade. I don't want essentially a nigga who's a black version of Daniel Jones.
Hey Trent.
He is an upgrade though. He is an upgrade.
Who is we, nigga? Who is we? Y'all just gave us
early.
Who is we? You are
the last nigga. Early. You
got Lisa Davis.
Early. You are the last nigga to talk about some weed.
You got Lisa Davis, nigga.
Mr. Ravens fan, Mr. Panthers
fan.
You're the last nigga to talk about some weed.
Hey, Jalen, I'm gonna be honest, okay? I'm from Washington, D.C. I got connections in Baltimore. I might have said some things about Lamar. I might have got.
They tapped that nigga pockets, Jalen. They tapped
that nigga.
Yeah, they flipped him upside down and this right here.
Yo, you heard that? Hey, you heard that story? And you heard that story where Shad Glizzy was in that studio and Diddy and these people had Wale over the balcony? They had early like that. They had early just like that. Like, what you say about Lamar? He came back, bro. Jalen, you know what's so real? He came back with a jersey on.
Hey,
he came back.
Maybe Lamar gave me a jersey and said, "Take this nigga and turn
it." Right, he's switching up.
Okay.
Just know, hey, look, Jalen. I was at the playoff game when they played the Chiefs. I don't know about you niggas, but I was in the box. I was in the box.
Nigga said I was
with my Lamar jersey on. Thank you very much.
And okay, Jalen, here's my last question before you start to wrap this show, because I think this has been a hot topic. It's going viral on Trent's TikTok as of late. If you check his TikTok out, it's viral right now. What are your questions? What's your question mark to those people out there, or what's your thoughts on people out there who believe Caleb Williams cannot be a number 1 draft pick or a top 3 draft pick because he paints his nails, He cries in the stands with his moms.
Top right.
And he wants to cut him.
Top right. Top right. Look at top right.
Hey, Jalen, I'm gonna let you know, man. I play fullback, bro. Don't come in here with all that crying shit with me, because I'm flipping trash cans over. I'm trying to fight some. You feel me? I don't cry, bro. So if I see a nigga over there boo-hooing, it's like, bro, get your punk at. I mean, get it, bro. Stop. Because it just pisses like, bro, don't cry, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't cry over no football game, gang. And they don't like that. They don't like that I'm old school. I'm an old head. You feel me? Like I said, bro, like I just don't cry.
The nigga 32, Jalen. Ain't no damn old head, man. Shut up.
Hey, look. I'll say this. I know, like, yeah, the game is emotional and shit like that, and like Caleb is taking the unconventional route of, you know, like his road to the draft in the NFL and stuff like that. As far as what that nigga do outside of football, I don't give a fuck. Like, cause niggas pull up to the field, bro, and they ball out, and I don't know what they do when they go home, bro. I could care less, for real. I mean, if a nigga like to paint his nails, cool. Just make sure you fill that motherfucking gap and hit that nigga in the mouth too. If you're not doing that, then it's a problem. And I mean, shit, the nigga won the Heisman not too long ago, so it's like he doing something right. So
yeah, I
mean, you can hate on it if you want to. Like, I ain't gonna say his teammates be mad. Folks want to talk about it, but
I just don't like how I feel like it's just people picking and choosing.
Right.
This uproar wasn't there when DK did it. This uproar that people said, ain't nobody was then saying, "Oh, I don't know if DK can be the best receiver."
Same thing with Dennis Rodman. They ain't say nothing to Dennis Rodman. Oh, and can I ask you one more question, please? Can I ask you one more question, Jalen? This is very important to the show. It's important to the cast. If the Chargers don't win a playoff game this year, is their season a failure? With Jim Harbaugh coming in after the results they had the last 2 seasons,
and with that top 5 quarterback,
with Justin Herbert, who's considered a top 5 level quarterback, if they're not able to win one playoff game, is this year considered a failure for them?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you explain to us, as an NFL veteran, why it's considered a failure? When coaches get fired, they bring in a new coach. Why are they bringing in a new coach? To do what? What are they hoping to do?
They are hoping to get to some wins right now. They're trying to change their culture, of course. Shit. I mean, but if they don't win, bro, it's not gonna look good, because that's one of your top round picks and invested a lot. He played well, and then he don't play well, and it's not really translating. We invested a few years in him. Like they said, shit, Justin Fields don't get all this time, and my man has been playing for a little bit. He can ball, but like, shit, if they don't do nothing with it, then it's really just numbers in the win, I guess.
Hey,
real quick, one last question for my nigga Jalen, bro.
I got the last question.
In all your years of playing.
My last question. It's an old PC question we always do with our guests. So I gotta ask you: are wins a quarterback stat?
Are wins a quarterback stat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't necessarily track that for other players, for real. We don't look at a receiver or a linebacker and be like, how many wins you got? Like, we don't necessarily look at it like that. Like, the wins are for the team and the quarterback, I guess, for real. Because they don't like, how many times have you watched? How many times?
I said I guess.
That's still a yes. I don't know, man.
How many times have you watched the game and they were like highlighting a player? You're like, I guess maybe like super long career type shit, but like outside of quarterback, what player have they like brought up and talked about his win category outside of
shit? Damn, Trent, I wonder who the fuck else been saying that. Hey, Jalen. Usually when a team wins the football game, when they usually win the game, who are they talking about on TV after the game usually who played well? And usually what they say about guys like you and I, Jalen, who play corner, the defense played well. They did their job.
Oh, God.
But that quarterback, he was exceptional.
Okay, so Jalen, let me ask you. Okay, then, since you're doing that, do you think it's right that the QB gets majority of all the credit for the wins?
touches the ball the most.
All right, I'll say this. I don't. It has to be a face of the team. Credit for all the wins. I don't necessarily fuck with it because shit, defensive niggas have hell of a games and then they'll send the motherfucking, receiver up there, or like you don't get 5 sacks and you do the post game interview. It's still gonna be the quarterback or Julio or Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be somebody from the fucking offense.
Okay. So I got 2 questions, right? 2 questions. Before you go, as a corner, right, who is your favorite corner to watch? Not the best in the game, but as an ex-corner, who your favorite corner to watch? And then my second question is, how often in your day-to-day do you get confused as Derrick Rose?
You said he said confused as Derrick Rose. I'm fucking with you. Hey, right now, I would probably like I could kind of see that just because how his appearance has changed. But I don't really get that.
Don't nobody call you Derrick Rose?
Hell no. Nah. Yeah, look, they gonna call me fucking Jayden or some shit before that. or no. What's bro name? This what I get a lot. The Cloud nigga. He a artist, a musician or something.
J. Cole?
No. His last name is Cloud. It's something Cloud.
Oh no.
But yeah, who your favorite corner to watch?
It's something Cloud. My favorite corner to watch right now.
Just to watch. Your favorite.
Patrick Cloud.
Yeah, okay, that's the nigga.
Oh, you get confused with Patrick Cloud?
Bruh, niggas.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
I gotta look who this is. I don't know.
Y'all got to
Cloud funny as hell.
Oh, damn.
Y'all got to. Yeah, no, he cool.
Have on stage to hear Tony Baker. Yeah,
they got.
That's my game.
But favorite corner to watch, bro. I really like watching Sauce just because like he is. His body type is more like his body type is more like.
Oh my God! I wonder. Oh my God!
Why is nigga saying that's his favorite corner to watch? What the fuck?
Because he knows that technique is like that. You be catching.
He ain't the best though.
Catching him, bro.
He ain't the best though. Like what you said, he ain't the best.
He's top 5. He's top 5.
He's the best in the league.
He is.
Is he better? Is he better technician wise than Patrick Surtain?
No.
Come on, keep it a buck, Jalen. They don't even throw to him.
If he is the same, they wouldn't throw to him either. I don't want to hear that, J-Rob.
Hey, look, bro. The man at the top of the game right now, bro. Like it's not every day that we get. It's not every day that we get a corner that's like
6'3", good hits.
No, not even his game. It's not even his game. It's like we don't always get corners that they like push in the media type shit. The nigga was just at the combine talking with a mic. Like they don't. My dog Kenny Moore was there, but it's like defensive players don't get a whole lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't get to be faces in the media type shit. So he's like, he's really doing it different, bro.
We had a previous argument about top 10 corners, and since you were ex-Falcon,
I didn't.
Would you take Stephon Gilmore right now, pound for pound, bump it? We talking about bump it,
okay,
1-on-1.
We're just asking his top 10.
Terrell.
You said Stephon Gilmore, AJ Terrell.
Come on, that's easy. That's easy, bro.
It's not easy.
I would take Steph.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm taking Steph.
Like current Steph.
Right now, I'm taking 33 years old.
I'm taking Steph now, like just because that nigga been so consistent, bro.
Thank you, dog.
It's
I'm not mad at it.
And
AJ Terrell over Steph.
Give
me AJ though.
He didn't progress for sure from when he first got into the league, but I still feel like it's.
If you need to play and you going one-on-one,
can we get your top 10?
I gotta bring something up. So, since we're talking about corners right now, we've actually had this conversation before. So when it comes to slot, playing the corner position in the slot, how hard is it, and why is Trent McDuffie one of those guys? Like, I'm trying to hear both.
Well, okay, slot is hard because you on the island, but you like in the fucking box type shit. Like you are depending on if you got like if a team has one of those guys outside. If they don't, and they got a back or a tight end or like a good inside receiver, a lot of the shit go off of the extra guy in the box. A lot of plays go at the extra guy in the box, and if you a nickel corner or whatever that slot corner,
you better be ready.
Most times you are a smaller bodied motherfucker out there, bro. Like you, the smallest nigga on the defense.
Yep.
9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, damn near. Like you, the smallest nigga out there, and so having to cover, maybe arguably their biggest receiving threat in the tight end or hit the running back or take on blocks and blitz as well as covers niggas man to man, fucking digs, them type of motherfuckers in the slot. Like it's a crazy position in itself, bro, because you have to do everything that
so many options for a receiver. You can't use that sideline as your friend like y'all normally do.
You really out there on the island for real, and then like having to have the leverage and shit and turn back, bro. It's a whole lot of shit to do with that shit. You gotta have the right leverage. You gotta have the right know-how, the fucking confidence, the motherfucking let me slip this motherfucker and shoot this gap, shoot this block. Like, it's a different world for real.
Fact. Bam, I know you have. Wait, Bam. I think Bam, you have a question because I know you were saying something. You had.
My shit had muted, but I was just piggyback off of you. I was just trying to be messy like my mom. I just wanted to ask Jalen. He been in the league long enough, man. When you have an expectation to win games, no matter, just for instance, hypothetically, what have you heard? Like, so if you have the expectations to win games from the owners, right? Like, do they, like, even if the owner switch, does that expectation to win games change? Like, if the owner switched or something from a daughter to a son or a mom to
boy,
that don't switch, right?
Hell no, that shit is ingrained in the team. Like whoever puts on that damn
I'll just try to make
jersey shirt is like they want the shit too. They don't give a fuck who is signing the checks for anybody. They want the team to win.
Because honestly, let me ask you this: what's in the best interest for the franchise? What's in the best interest for the owner and for the team to make money? What do they need to do to make more money?
They need to fucking win.
Oh shit!
Hey, it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science.
Real quick, can we? Because I know we have to leave soon. Can we get your top 10 corners?
Word.
You said top 10.
Yeah, top five,
bro. Top 10.
Top five.
Yeah.
No order, Jalen.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now.
No order. Any five.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the game now.
In the game now. Shit, that's tough. Because I don't necessarily know a whole lot of the younger niggas for real. But I like. I already said Sauce. I like Sauce.
Right.
I like Steph and I like Pat. The next few is tough, bro.
Some dudes in Arrowhead.
I mean it's
stop it with the agenda pushing, bro. Let them cook.
Patrick Surtain.
I'm just talking.
No, I already said Pat.
Yeah, you already said Pat.
I got three right now. Damn, I'm probably forgetting. Somebody.
Jalen Ramsey.
Right.
Definitely Ramsey.
Jair.
I like Jair. I like Zay, bro. Like I wouldn't. It's tough because it's a lot of niggas. It's a lot of niggas for real.
Irish corner at a premium. It feel like right now.
I think I would probably have to say my next one, my last one for the top. I had to say Diggs, bro.
Trayvon? Okay.
I had to say because this.
I be telling y'all.
Listen.
He's in the building.
I'll say this.
Been told y'all about Diggs.
As a corner, you want to get the motherfucking ball. Listen.
I be telling you niggas something, man.
Yes, the nigga takes fucking chances, but I mean, my nigga got like he taking the right chance. Sometimes he don't always guess right, but that as a corner, that is the essence of what you want to fucking do out there. You want to disrupt the game. You want to disrupt the offense. You want to get the fucking ball. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to have that demeanor, that confidence about yourself. Shit.
So, Jalen, I gotta ask this.
Jalen, they was jumping. They 1 o'clock. Oh, who's on next? Someone on that right now?
I don't know if they got somebody on yet, but I'm just saying though.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. We about to be done. Go ahead, Riddell. Ask your question.
Real quick. Since we're talking about Trayvon Diggs, there's now a guy in Cowboys that stepped up when he left. How do you feel about Daron Bland? Is he top 10? Do you?
Bland, he had
overrated.
He had a top 10 season this past season, but he's gonna it's gonna have to be, done again for me to say that because before then I didn't know, bro.
Yeah,
to be honest, you know what I'm saying?
I agree. I'm glad you clearing up some things that I was getting jumped about years ago. These niggas not going to jump you. They ain't going to jump you about it. I was arguing the same things about Diggs. I'm like, yo, he may have given up some things, but to have 11
receiver, dog, they put you at corner. You become an all pro. Like, no, that ain't no easy.
That's not. I'll say this. That transition from receiver to corner, bro, is one of the hardest motherfuckers. Coaches think like, he's an athlete. You could be a motherfucking generational talent, this and that. Mm-hmm. But switching, I don't care what position you fucking play. Switching to corner is one of the craziest things to do
in college.
Right. I agree. I remember I think we were talking about this Monday. We're about to go, but I just want to say this last thing. I had mentioned that like at the cornerback position, we get lost on athleticism, and I was telling them, I'm like, I prefer your technique, man. What do your technique look like? Because I was looking at Joey Porter Jr. I don't think he was athletic as a Devon Witherspoon and some of the other guys, the Christian Gonzalez in his class, but he was a defensive rookie of the year finalist for a reason because he was locking up the best in the league. So I definitely agree. Anything y'all want to say on the way out? Yeah, go ahead, Trent.
Yeah, there's no possible way you can say Daron Bland is overrated and then fuck with Trayvon Diggs. That's all I gotta say.
I ain't say he was overrated.
No, I'm talking about early.
You so disrespectful. Get you some Buccaneers gear talking
Daron Bland. Wait, hold on. Early did Daron Bland not essentially almost did what Trayvon Diggs do to have a little bit less interceptions and take shit to the crib?
But more pick sixes?
Yeah. So 11 picks.
Now he's not overrated. He's not overrated.
11 picks.
Daron Bland took 6 picks to the crib.
He broke the record.
Okay. But
the crib.
And Jalen, am I this correct? Before he got hurt, was he not showing you that he could cover without going for picks too? Like he was starting to sit in the chair with people.
Here's the thing. Wait, the thing is though, again, Daron Bland had good games too when he didn't get a pick. But you say Daron Bland is overrated, and then gas up Trayvon.
Daron was getting cooked though.
Trayvon did give up 1,200 yards. He had a little picks.
I'll say this.
1,200.
I'll say this. It's hard enough to motherfucking get the ball, but if you could touch paint. Oh yeah, you above everybody else. It don't matter if you touch. He got 6 in a season. That's why I said like he had a top 10 season for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so before you go right now, when Trayvon comes back, you got Stephon. If Stephon is still there, where's Daron Bland go? Do you start him? Do you put Stephon on the side?
He's your nickel. You're gonna play 5 DBs.
No, you gonna figure out a way to get both of them niggas on the field. Okay. But you not, but Diggs gonna be your number 1 guy because
on God.
Right.
He's the best corner. He's one of the best in the world. But hey, fellas, I want to say, chat. Thank y'all so much for calling.
You weirdo.
Jalen, we want to say appreciate y'all coming through, representing the Raw Room. Make sure y'all tap in with Jalen in the room. He's tagged in the chat. We really enjoyed talking to you. This was a really fun conversation.
No, this was a good one. This was a good one.
Yeah, yes, sir. Hey, fellas, take it light, but take it
easy.
Easy.
Yo, come on.